and welcome and happy Superhero Day. Did you not know that today was Superhero Day? Well, no worries. We're going to explain in just a few seconds, but just knowing that it's Superhero Day, don't you automatically feel super?
Totally. Stand straight.
I promise we're going to get to that. A couple of interesting stories we wanted to kick things off with, and by the way, we are modeling Goodwill, so while we're talking, take a look at our outfits because we're about to ask you how much you think they cost so you can win that $50 gift card. But getting into this first story, you know how there's a breathalyzer now that you can even attach to your phone? Well, with the technology from that, there are some scientists who feel like they could create a textilizer that also plugs into your phone, but this would actually read when you last used your phone. And there are some that say this would be very handy for police so that if they pulled you over, they could see if you had been texting while you were driving. Look how blatant that is.
Yeah.
Now, you know, in Florida, they can't, the rule is you can't be pulled over just because you were seen texting. You have to have committed some other offense to be pulled over for that. But what they're suggesting is that maybe on the scene of an accident or if you were pulled over for something, they would just plug this right in your phone.
Right.
They wouldn't be reading your text, they wouldn't be listening to your calls, but they would be able to instantly see.
So they're proposing this in New York right now.
Well, this is in New York, but...
In the ideal, it's supplemental. So if you were into an accident, they could go in, see your phone, and see, as a matter of fact, you were texting to help out. So it's interesting, but you made a point that they don't have access to your pictures and things like that, so that will be still safe, but it's something to think about. I wonder if that's the trend where everything's going, where they could tap in and see what you were exactly doing. I've always wondered that too, if you like send a picture or you did something when you wouldn't, you wouldn't do in your car, if a cop could just look at your phone and be like, you sent this a minute ago. Because you know how it's time stamped. I always wondered, like, can they do that? And it looks like that's the trend. I don't think they can ask you
for your phone.
There's receipts on everything. You know, there's a way to track it.
You have to have a warrant? Yeah.
Or probable cause, though. Yeah. So if you got in an accident, you were driving, you know.
Well, we all know it's a terrible idea to text and drive. So.
Well, this is a good idea.
If you don't do that anyway, you don't have to worry if this is technology. But I just think it's really cool. I think, why not? If you can have a breathalyzer that plugs into your phone, why couldn't you have that?
Yeah.
Textilizer.
Textilizer. All right, well, in more science news, at NYU, scientists, they came up with ephemeral tattoos. And basically, it's a tattoo that after time, there's a solution that could take the whole thing off. So if you don't want to make a big commitment to a tattoo, meaning life, it's a way that you could kind of sample it out. The other part of it is if you wanted to adjust your tattoo. So you could use the ephemeral tattoo, create something, and maybe you wanted to change it up a little bit.
Like someone's name?
Someone's name, exactly. So if so-and-so loves so-and-so, and it doesn't last, you could switch out that name. Well,
and the thing that's unique about this is they actually use this kind of ink and everything through the regular tattoo instruments, and it just, then it's like invisible ink, kind of. Yeah, no, but it's the opposite. Instead of it appearing, it disappears. When
I think this will totally change the game, you know, of tattooing.
Sure it will.
Because there's a lot of times where you're kind of on the fence of getting something, you're like, I don't know.
Push you right over the fence.
Yeah, exactly. You could try it out and take it for a while. Now, in other news with tattoos, News4Jax covered the story last night. The Navy, they're going to get a little more lenient on their tattoo policy. Actually, out of all the branches in the military, they're going to be the most lenient. And it turns out that 1 in 3 millennials have a tattoo, and it's their way of getting with the times, saying we kind of got to lower that bar a little bit just to get some of these recruits in and to keep them too. If you have tattoos that are obscene or offensive, those could still be banned, but you can have neck tattoos now, sleeve tattoos, and then also behind the ears, where before you couldn't have that. So they're just being a little more lenient on it.
Oh, so, wow.
Times are changing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now to that holiday that you didn't know was a holiday. That's because Krispy Kreme made it up. Good for you, Krispy Kreme. Make up more holidays to get us to eat some donuts. Superhero Day is where Krispy Kreme is asking you to come on in. They're going to give you a dozen free donuts when you purchase a dozen donuts so that you can reward the superheroes in your life. I like this idea. I like free and I like donuts, so I especially like free donuts.
Well, you know the other thing too, it is Superhero Day, because if you walk in with some Krispy Kremes, you could smell that as you walk into the office.
And you are
a superhero. So I totally get that.
Hot donuts. Now, sadly, there are a couple of Krispy Kremes. You know, there was the big shutdown of many Krispy Kremes around the country. 2 in Jacksonville. University and Merrill Road are closing down. People were not eating enough donuts.
Yeah, this Sunday, wow, so you had a couple more days. So take part in Superhero Day at those locations because there won't be another one.
I'll do my part. I'm sorry if I failed you earlier. I'll do my part, Krispy Kreme.
In other food news, McDonald's, they're actually going to change around the recipes to their McNuggets. They're going to be McHealthier. Believe it or not, there's 32 ingredients in Chicken McNuggets. I'm hoping that one of the ingredients is chicken. They're going to get rid of some of the artificial preservatives and substitute it with things like lemon juice and rice. So again, they're trying to be a little healthier. I feed my kids a lot of Chicken McNuggets, so anytime they're going to make their menu a little more healthier, I'm all for it. And this will happen this summer. So they're going to start out a couple locations out west, and then I believe in August it will be nationwide.
Okay. Now here's a story that will make you smile. Have you ever pulled a good prank? Well, we've got one to show you right now.
I'm going to have to give you a ticket. It's right here. If you can... It's in the inside, so if you want to go ahead and sign the ticket in there, it'll explain all the court dates and stuff.
What the heck is this? I'm gonna cry! What?
Well, you know, we've seen like the whole police officer pulling you over for a marriage proposal.
Right.
This is way bigger than that. This is Justin Bieber tickets, people.
If it was me, I'd say just give me the ticket.
Dad is all excited. He's driving. He's in the passenger seat, and of course, he has arranged for her to be pulled over and rewarded with those Justin Bieber tickets.
Yeah,
that is
so creative.
Some dad right there.
So cool. Yeah. Well, speaking of tickets, Jags tickets, right around the corner. Big night tonight. It's draft day. So the Jaguars fans, you just don't forget to tune in to Channel 4, the official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our Sam Kavaris will be there live at 7 o'clock with coverage. And remember, the Jags, we have the 5th overall pick. Now, a lot of people are saying we're going to go to defense, help out that defense a little bit, which I like. I think it's going to make sense. They're thinking linebacker, maybe a cornerback. So who knows? But the actual draft is at 8 o'clock. So 7 o'clock is a special coverage, again with Sam, and then 8 o'clock is when the draft kicks off. And the 5th overall pick, like that's a significant person.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
We're going to have a good shot at getting somebody good. I wonder what we're going to go for. Either way, I think we're going to get somebody big. Don't you think?
I think so.
Big. Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. So I'll try and talk sports with you.
Big is good. Thanks, Eden.
Big man who plays sports. All right.
On your NFL blog after the show. Tune in.
I'm a blogger. All right, let's give you a prize. Let's reward you for enjoying that. We've got some tickets to Rockville, the big Rockville show that's coming. Welcome to Rockville, and you need to just head over to our Facebook page and comment on our Rockville post. What musician would you like to see come to Jacksonville? We want to know, and we will select somebody to enjoy that big festival that's happening this weekend.
That's right, and don't forget to go online and check out our outfits. You could win $50. Congratulations to Brenda Dean. She won yesterday. She gets $19.46 for both of our outfits. She was exactly right, so she won $50. That was yesterday's outfits. We will post our picture probably during break.
Yeah, we'll get it up there.
Go to Facebook, River City Live TV, and check that out. We will be back right after this.